everybody, and welcome to an exciting episode of Math with Bret. I'm your host, Bret, and today we're going to be going over the Pythagorean Theorem. So, what is the Pythagorean Theorem? Drawn out as an equation, it comes to a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, what do the variables stand for in that? In order to demonstrate this, I've drawn up a triangle, more specifically a right triangle. A right triangle is a triangle with a 90-degree angle measure, and A, B, and C are the sides of a right triangle, where A and B are the legs, which are the two sides that are adjacent to the right triangle, and C is your hypotenuse, which is the longest side of a right triangle, which is found directly across from it. Now, before we delve into an example of using the Pythagorean theorem, I'm just going to go over how you find the square of a number or variable. Very simply, you take it times itself. So a squared would be a times a. With that in mind, I've drawn out another right triangle where we know a and b as 5 inches and 12 inches, so we know our legs, but c, our hypotenuse, is still unknown. So our goal for this example is to find the value for c. Alright, so let's just dive in by first writing out the Pythagorean theorem as a squared plus b squared equaling c squared. So our very next step, since we already know what a and b stand for, is 5 squared plus 12 squared equaling c squared. Now, it doesn't matter which one you substitute that for, either a or b for 5 or 12. Okay, so the next step is just writing out that square. So 5 times 5 plus 12 times 12 equals c squared. And the multiplication happens first according to the order of operations. Alright, so we multiplied those out. So we got 25 plus 144 equals c squared. Next step is to add those two numbers together, and you get 169 equaling c squared. In order to eliminate the square on the c, we have to take the square root of both sides. So we end up with the square root of 169 equaling c. So if we evaluate that square root, we are left with 13 equaling c. So the value of c, the hypotenuse, is 13 inches. So that's basically how you go over an example of using the Pythagorean theorem. You can use the Pythagorean theorem for finding either a leg or the hypotenuse very simply, just like that. So, with all that demonstrated to you, that is the end of today's episode. I hope you all had a learning experience and can take something from this. So, this is Bret signing off. Have a good day.